We did it, guys. We finally got to watch new episodes of Invincible. Finally. But at what cost? But to get here, it's been nothing major. Just casually been almost 3 years since they announced it was renewed for season 2 and season 3. And still season 2 isn't done yet. But these are all mid-season thoughts. Not a fully fledged review as the season's not complete. So here we go. The video also will contain spoilers for episode 1, so basically I'm not spoiling anything. So Invincible season 1 was really fun, and season 2 just starts off from where season 1 left off, and it fit in like a perfect glove. Although a major problem I had with the season starts from the second episode, which doesn't make my point sound great, but just hear me out. First, with the positives, I'm a fan of the new animation style. It's not really noticeable for most of it, but in fight sequences, you really get to notice they have updated the animation. You see, like when they beat up Mark or they beat up somebody, they have like bruises on their face. It just has more definition to them. I was honestly expecting it to look like that trailer that they gave us. Not super against that, but it's just been weird completely changing the art style. So I prefer the little update they have right now rather than changing it to that 3D hentai thing that they had going on before. And for characters, I think the character given most depth and honestly the most screen time aside Mark was his mom Debbie. I saw previously that Robert Kirkman was like, oh, we're gonna see more of Debbie in this. I was like a bit skeptical about that, but I'm happy. It was just great. It's not like her role in the previous season was diminished or anything, but I just love where she is in this season. Trying to move on, obviously it's not easy after what happened with Omni-Man and everything. It also shows this sort of powerful woman in her handling the entire situation. Even in subsequent episodes, yes, she lets it out from time to time, but it's just great to show this level of emotion from her. It's not super necessary, at least for now, but if they're building onto something, they're cooking right now. She also just feels like a human being in this world where like everything's possible, but like just the relationship with her and Mark is like really nice. And speaking of human relationships, Sisu, also I love this Sisu character, man. Like most stuff with a Sisu type of character, there's always like these guys with like 3 lines and they're all mysterious, like the head of this organization and everything. But I just love the fact that Sisu is like somewhat down to earth, especially with Mark and Debbie. Yeah, I know he's low-key a terrible guy and he's plotting something, but just the relationship he has with these characters is just good to see. And finally, the relationship with like just Mark and his friend group, like Amber and Eve and the other guy. I just like it. Like when they were after their graduation and everything, them just chilling and like, bro, it's just nice to see. And I just like the fact that, you know, we're seeing more of like Mark's personal life rather than him just being, you know, a superhero. We got a lot of that in this previous season, but like now that everyone knows that he's invincible, I just like it. It's cool. And also Eve is barely in this. I was expecting her to have like more screen on time, especially after the special, but I guess we have to wait to see where they take her character. And yeah, Clancy Brown making another appearance this year. This guy should just like keep on winning, man. So back to episode 1, there's a little time jump, but not enough to like confuse you and leave you lost, but enough to see how Mark and his mom have dealt with the entire situation with his dad. And you just see Mark taking care of the little things, like he works. Then he now like works for Sisu, and you know Sisu is being like this strict operative because of like how skeptical he is about what happened with Omni-Man. Doesn't want to like risk Mark in anything too. So when he gets a call from aliens to help in space, he tells Mark to not go, but Mark goes anyway because he's trying to be this really good superhero and help everybody he can. Also being pushed by his friend, but I'm just gonna stop there and explain what's happening. Just go watch the show. So yeah, my favorite storyline in this new season has to be the one with the Guardians of the Globe. Besides Mark, obviously, has to be with the Guardians of the Globe. The existing characters, wish we got more growth with them and development with them instead of just getting these bursts of their lives, and they just like sped up the situation on like where they are right now, which is really nowhere to be honest. But we just need more screen on time with them. And also the new ones, there are a couple new additions. One is not really new, but he was in the previous season, but like the other one is not new, Bulletproof or something. I love the reference to season 1 though. They do a lot of that in this season, which is just nice. I love it, just those little things. I feel when it came to action scenes, it's a bit more dampened down compared to the previous season. This is just me nitpicking, but it really doesn't change anything. This is still a very, very bloody TV show, but I just feel like it's not as visceral with its action sequences. So to the big negative, Amazon, you could have just waited till next year. Drop 3 episodes all at once and make it weekly after that. Like, I know you wanted to get this hype going, especially after coming off back of Gen V or something. I don't know the reasoning behind this, but these episodes just didn't connect, especially the first three. So it just knackered my investment. I hate episode 2, and that's because it really does not do anything, and you have to just wait another week till you see episode 3. And how do you put a filler episode two episodes in? Like, how is the second episode a filler? It doesn't make sense. Might just be me being impatient, but I have every right to be impatient. We waited so goddamn long for this, and you're doing this to us. I'm really all for trusting the process and waiting till the season's over. Like, ending of episode 3 and episode 4 saved this show's ass, but gosh, they're really testing us with this, man. Threw in like 5 storylines in these 4 episodes and expect us to wait till next year. Mind you, the date is not even out yet. They just said early next year, so part 2 could even come out like low-key till March.
Oh no, this can't be.
But in summary, I can't really say I'm loving this because I love some aspects in it, and I feel like there's some aspects that are incomplete as it should be. It's trying to build up to something. So I'd love to see where they take the story, especially after the cliffhanger from episode 4. I hope we don't wait another 3 years for this part 2. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I want to know your opinions on the first 4 episodes, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.